Introduction: The Success Trap. Many entrepreneurs face a strange situation. They achieve the success they always wanted, but instead of feeling free, they feel trapped. They work all the time, take care of every small detail themselves, and slowly lose their personal life. The energy and passion that once pushed them forward begins to disappear. One software company founder is a clear example of this problem. Even though his business was growing and doing well, he suffered from strong anxiety and panic attacks. He tried to control everything: finances, customers, daily tasks. He worked 7 days a week without real rest until his health started to break down. He reached what is called the pain line, a point where business growth brings more stress than happiness. This book explains how to escape that situation using something called the Buyback Principle. The idea is simple: use money to buy back your time and freedom. Then use that free time to focus on work that gives you energy and helps you grow real wealth. The goal is to build a business that supports your life, not one that takes it over. Chapter 1: Breaking the Chaos Addiction. Most entrepreneurs start with a lot of energy and the belief that they can handle everything on their own. In the beginning, this do-it-all approach often works and brings success. But over time, success can turn into a trap that is hard to notice. There's a point called the pain line. This is when growing the business starts to feel more painful than rewarding. At this stage, some people even sell successful businesses just to escape stress and pressure. Others stop growing on purpose without realizing it. They start unnecessary side projects or constantly change team members just to keep things under control. As a result, the business stops growing. Some entrepreneurs become stuck. They are afraid that if the business grows more, their stress will also increase. The real issue is deeper. Many of them become addicted to chaos. The constant problems and firefighting feel normal. They think being busy all the time means they are productive, but in reality, they are not moving forward. This habit stops them from reaching their full potential and from enjoying the freedom they originally wanted when starting the business. To break free, a person must understand one important truth: doing everything yourself creates the very chaos you are trying to escape. The chaos may feel familiar, but it slowly destroys both the business and personal life. Until this pattern is recognized and changed, the cycle continues: more work, more stress, and less satisfaction. Chapter 2: The Drip Matrix and Your Time's Real Value. The Buyback Principle says something very important. You should not hire people just to make your business bigger. You should hire people to buy back your time. This changes how you think about money. Instead of saving every dollar, you start using money as a tool to gain freedom. The more time you get back, the more you can focus on work that really matters and brings better results. This creates a powerful buyback loop. More free time leads to better decisions, which leads to more success. To understand your time better, there is a tool called the Drip Matrix. It helps you sort all your tasks based on two things: how much money they bring and how they affect your energy. The first group is the delegation quadrant. These are tasks that don't bring much money and also drain your energy. Things like admin work or small routine jobs. These are the easiest tasks to give to someone else. The second group is the replacement quadrant. These tasks bring money, but they also take a lot of energy. For example, sales or marketing. These should slowly be handed over to other people or systems. The third group is the investment quadrant. These tasks don't give money right away, but they give you energy and long-term value. This includes learning, spending time with family, rest, and hobbies. These activities help you stay strong and grow in the future. The last group is the production quadrant. This is the ideal space. These are tasks that give you both money and energy. This is where you should spend most of your time. Successful people don't become rich and then start doing what they love. It usually works the other way. They become rich because they focus only on work that gives them energy and removes everything else. To improve your situation, you can calculate your buyback rate. This is roughly 1/4 of your hourly value. It shows you how expensive it is to keep doing low-value tasks yourself. The next step is to do a serious time and energy audit. This means tracking your day in small blocks of 15 minutes and rating each task by how valuable it is and how it affects your energy. This process quickly shows what you should stop doing yourself. It helps you move toward the production quadrant where both your income and your satisfaction can grow much faster. Chapter 3: Defeating the Time Assassins. Even when you understand your time and have a clear plan, there are still hidden habits that can pull you back into chaos. These habits are called time assassins. They quietly affect your decisions and stop your progress. The first one is the staller. This is the habit of delaying important decisions. A person like this is often afraid of making mistakes or feels overwhelmed by too many options. As a result, they keep postponing action, and good opportunities slowly disappear. The second is the speed demon. This is the opposite problem. This person moves too fast and makes rush decisions, especially when hiring or changing plans. Because of this, mistakes happen often, and people or systems are constantly replaced without real improvement. The third is the supervisor. This is someone who tries to control everything and micromanage their team. Instead of helping employees grow, they take over their tasks. This creates dependence and keeps the business stuck because nothing works without the owner. The fourth is the saver. This person is afraid to spend money, even when spending could actually help them grow. They avoid investing in people or tools that could free up their time. In the end, they work too much and burn out just to avoid spending. The fifth is the self-medicator. This is when a person uses unhealthy habits to deal with stress or emotions. It can be overeating, too much gaming, alcohol, or other habits that give short-term relief but damage long-term health and focus. Some entrepreneurs fall into this pattern during stress or even after success. One business founder managed to break free from serious alcohol addiction that came from this pattern. When he changed his habits, both his health and his business improved. The first step to change is simply noticing these patterns. When you can see a time assassin in action, you can stop and choose a different response. Breaking the chaos cycle requires honest self-reflection. You need to ask yourself, which time assassin controls my decisions most often? Once you understand your main pattern, you can start to catch it in real time. Over time, this helps you change how you think, react, and use your time, and slowly move toward a more controlled and productive life. Chapter 4: The Replacement Ladder and Playbook System. The replacement ladder is a step-by-step system for learning how to delegate more complex work in the right order. It helps you slowly remove yourself from daily operations without losing control. The first step is administration. This is usually the easiest place to start. Hiring an administrative assistant is essential. They help manage emails, calendars, and routine tasks so you are no longer stuck in constant small distractions. The second step is delivery. This means delegating the actual creation of your product or service. A helpful rule here is the 10-80-10 rule. You do the first 10% by setting the direction, the team handles the 80% of execution, and you finish the last 10% by adding final improvements and quality control. The next step is marketing. At this stage, marketing tasks are given to specialists. This helps avoid the common problem of uneven or inconsistent growth. After that comes sales. This is often the hardest step for founders because they are used to being directly involved. The goal, however, is not perfection. It is to let others handle sales effectively and consistently. The final step is leadership. At this level, your team can run daily operations without you. You focus on direction and big decisions while the business continues smoothly. To make delegation work, you need playbooks. These are clear, written instructions that explain exactly how each task should be done. A useful method for creating playbooks is the camcorder method. You record yourself doing a task while explaining what you are doing. Ideally, you repeat this 3 times. These recordings are then used to build step-by-step instructions. You do not need to write everything yourself. Instead, others can watch your videos and turn them into written guides. This helps them understand the work better and also shows what details might be missing. Every playbook should include 3 parts: course, the main steps; cadence, how often the task is done; and checklist, the key points that must always be followed. This system allows you to clone yourself in a way. Your business can run in a consistent way even when you are not involved in every detail. The key is to trust the system, not constant personal control. Chapter 5: Time Hacks and Transformational Leadership. Once delegation is in place, you can improve your time and leadership style with simple but powerful strategies. One of the most important ideas is to design your perfect week. Instead of reacting to problems every day, you plan your week in advance. You group similar tasks together, like doing all meetings on one day or all planning in a specific time block. This reduces stress and saves energy. There are also practical time hacks that make work easier. One example is the $50 magic pill. This means giving your team permission to solve small problems by spending a small amount of money without asking you first. This saves time and avoids delays. Another tool is regular sync meetings. These are short, structured meetings where team members share updates and solve issues on their own. This helps them become more independent. Clear communication is also important. Every task should have a clear definition of what finished means. The 1 to 3 to 1 rule is another helpful method. Team members describe one problem, suggest 3 possible solutions, and then give one final recommendation before asking for help. This improves thinking and reduces unnecessary questions. Hiring can also be improved with a test-first hiring approach. Instead of hiring someone immediately, you give them a small paid project that reflects real work. This helps you see their skills and fit before making a big decision. Leadership also needs to change over time. Instead of constantly telling people what to do and checking every detail, you focus on results. You set clear goals, explain what success looks like, and support your team as they work. This style of leadership helps people grow, encourages creativity, and removes the need for constant control. Finally, it is important to build a culture where honest feedback is normal and structured. This helps the team improve and work better together. All of these methods help reduce dependency on the owner and build a strong, independent business that can operate smoothly without constant supervision. Chapter 6: Building Your 10x Vision. When you buy back your time and energy, a new question appears. What should you do with all this freedom? The answer is your 10x vision. This is a big, powerful dream that is much larger than your current reality. It should feel almost impossible, but at the same time, it should excite you and give you energy. It also inspires the people around you. This process has two main parts. The first is limitless dreaming. In this stage, you think without limits. You do not focus on what is realistic. You imagine what you truly want, even if it feels far away. This kind of thinking brings creativity, removes distractions, and helps you see new possibilities. Many successful creators of online games and platforms started with ideas that seemed unrealistic at the beginning. The second part is creating a clear vision. Here you turn your big dreams into something real and specific. You set clear goals with numbers, dates, and details. You imagine your future team, your business, your lifestyle, and your daily life in a very clear way. Like Olympic athletes, you perform better when your goal is sharp and well-defined. After that, you connect your 10x vision to your daily life using something called a preloaded year. This means you plan your year in advance based on your most important goals. First, you place your big rocks in your calendar. These are your top priorities in life and business. They always come first. Then you group smaller tasks together into blocks of time instead of doing them randomly. You also plan rest and recovery time so you do not burn out. The remaining time is filled with smaller or less important activities. When everything is planned, you check your year to make sure it is balanced, realistic, and exciting to follow. This kind of planning helps protect what is most important. Instead of reacting to daily problems, you move step by step toward your bigger vision. The vision pulls you forward, and the system helps you stay on track. Conclusion: your freedom starts now. The buyback life begins with small decisions. It can start with something simple like hiring someone to clean your home or help with daily chores. Every time you spend money to save time, you are not wasting it. You are investing in your freedom, energy, and quality of life. This way of living creates a life that feels full and meaningful, so you no longer feel the need to escape from it. You regularly review how you spend your time, remove tasks that drain your energy, and focus on work that feels important and inspiring. At the same time, your choices create opportunities for others and allow you to use your strengths in a better way. This becomes a continuous process. You keep improving how you use your time, growing your business, and living with more energy and purpose in the present moment. In the end, the goal is simple. Stop limiting yourself and start building a life that truly feels worth living.